Hey guys, Dan Harker, back to you with another update on the market and what's going on. You know, I talk about pre-owned sales and finding homes that have been on lived in by somebody else, and now we're going to go buy and compete. And you might have 30 plus offers. Well, we're going to go to the other side. We're going to look at new construction because I get a lot of people say, "Hey, can we get into new construction?" I've got Tim Stephenson with Highland Homes. He's been in this business for a long time. Lots of experience, and he's with one of the best companies when it comes to customer service. So Tim, we've been experiencing, it's tough to buy new construction. Why is that right now the case?
It is tough right now. Looking back, just going back, you'll remember, Dan, back in 08, 09, 10, when we went through that downturn in the housing market, we were oversupplied in that situation where that bubble burst, and we found ourselves with way too much inventory on our hands that we couldn't get rid of, and it took us 3-4 years to get through that. This pandemic in the last 2 years, we actually entered undersupplied as far as inventory. So the builders learned from that experience in 08 through 10 not to be over leveraged in either lot supply or inventory homes. And so we learned to manage that, a little bit tighter. And so we were going already, the demand was hot in 2018, 2019 for homes. And we were starting to see that we needed to ramp up production. So we were already going into this pandemic undersupplied with inventory homes. And then we hit the lack of just being able to get supplies and materials and specifically labor too, has basically bottlenecked the new construction industry for the last 2 years, basically pushing our build times from 7 months to 12 months. And now people they're not able to choose their own selections like used to, because things are back ordered or discontinued. We've got waiting lists just because we haven't been able to keep up with the demand. And so we've had to basically go, we're by appointment only and doing waiting lists that mine actually goes back a year, that some people have been waiting for a home. And what adds to that is that every builder is doing it differently right now, but a lot of us, we're on allotments because we don't have the inventory. So we've sold so many homes that we've got to, not overwhelm the builder team. So we've got to, maybe I can only sell 1 or 2 a month. Yeah. If I could sell 10 a month, I could get through my list faster and start getting on top of this. Unfortunately, it's probably going to take a couple of years for us to get back to some sort of normalcy where I can help people that walk up to the model on a daily basis and help them find a lot, pick the plan like we used to, semi-customize, pick out their design center selections. They're on their own, but right now we're having to pick those. We're waiting for basically a stage 3 frame to sell the homes, and we're having to do that to control our costs, because this market is changing on a weekly, if not daily basis. We're seeing lumber go up just with everything in inflation right now, but go up just, $20,000, 1 week, 2 weeks later, another $15,000. So we have to absorb these costs, not only of the labor or of the materials, but of the labor as well. There's a lack of framing crews out there. There's a lack of folks that can pour foundations. So one time I had 10 foundations stacked up. So it's just a bottleneck of various issues, including supplies and materials and labor right now that we're in. Okay.
All right. So Tim, it's kind of a grim picture right now. How long will we be in this? And is there good news? What's the hope that we give that buyer who's either coming in from out of state, or they're locally trying to move up right now, or even do a lateral move or move down? What do you see in that right now?
Yeah, I see. Well, Dallas-Fort Worth has just been a huge destination, obviously, as you know, for a number of years, and continues to be. We're seeing a lot of people from the West Coast coming in. So they're driving up the prices, unfortunately, for our local home buyers. We've seen that. We've seen the values increase, but we've also seen the cost difference decrease. So anyways, it's just it is a hard time, definitely, in new construction. We wish we could build them faster. We wish we could get through some of these supply chain issues, but right now I'd say patience is key. Having a good attitude, and basically having a relationship with someone like yourself, because you've been in the business for so long. You know, different builders, certain things fall out. So you can stay, I would recommend staying in contact, calling different communities, different builders. Like I said, some are going to be auctioning homes off. Some are doing wait lists and calling down those wait lists for the people that have been waiting for, you know, mine have been waiting up to 12 months. So
Tim, is there any in your mind with the agents and the buyers that have, I've heard you say stay in contact. Is there anything else a buyer or an agent can do to be near, I mean, to be picked to, is there any secret sauce to get the one quicker?
there's really not, which is actually kind of a pro and a con, because in the pre-owned market, you know, you've got bidding wars that can bid. Some I've heard of 100, 150, $200,000 over the purchase price. Well, the good news in new construction, at least from Highland standpoint, is that the price that we set is the price that you pay.
Yeah.
So so you don't have to enter into that bidding war and feel like you're overpaying for the home at that point, which we don't want to do right now, just because that's going to take a number more years to basically realize that equity. So you want to make sure you're buying it right, not overpaying. But I mean, I've been offered a lot of money to get to the top of the list, and fortunately, I love my job and don't ever want to put that at risk. So I have to say no. And the one that I get all the time is, well, if somebody cancels or backs out, can you move me to the top of the list? I'm like, no, I have to go to the next person on the list. And number two, people aren't canceling because some people that I've been building for 8 months have $100,000 in equity already in their home by the time they go to close it. So we're not seeing a whole lot of cancellations. I don't even think when some of the foreclosures start to hit the market that it's going to make that big of a difference on the supply side. I still think it's probably going to take at least 24 months for us to come out of this, for us to get to unbottleneck this supply chain issue.
Awesome. Well, it's not necessarily the news we want, but it is what it is right now. And so, guys, this is a contact sport. It's no longer just football and baseball. Real estate is a contact sport, and you've got to be involved. You passively can't go buy a house or hope you're going to hope into one. You got to have a plan, and you got to get with the right builder, get with the right lender, get with the right agent to help you get in there.
One other thing, Dan, I'd like to add, just I came across a gal the other day that, you know, used to back in the day, you know, sometimes we'd say, hey, if you don't buy this right now, I do have somebody else waiting. And sometimes people would think that that's a tactic. Well, it's not a tactic in today's market. If you see something and you like it, you have to move lightning quick or it's going to be gone. So that's I've had somebody who came and they were just like, boy, I had to learn that lesson the hard way, the tough way, by losing out on this home, because I thought either it was too much or it was too good to be true, or, you know, they just waited and waited, and then somebody came and it was with another builder. They offered them $30,000 more, and the home was gone in 5 minutes. So it's one of those that you've got to, you know, keep your finger on the pulse, and you've got to know what's happening, because like I said, it's changing on a weekly basis. So to be with somebody like a professional like yourself as a realtor is really crucial and key, especially with the relationships and contacts that you have in the industry, because that's the way you're going to find your dream home right now.
That's all right. Well, guys, that's it. That's Tim Stephenson, Highland Homes. Love to help out in any way we can and help get your questions answered as you're trying to seek to find your next place to live. Tim, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you.
My pleasure. You're the best.